Hey y'all, and welcome to the Hey Coworker Podcast, home of your favorite not safe for work coworkers. I am RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom, and this is
Tierra,
aka
Big Rox,
not the little one,
never the little one.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers, home of you, the best coworkers in the world. Thank y'all for being here another week, liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with time stamps. We greatly appreciate it. How are you doing, friend?
We told y'all niggas. We told y'all niggas we was gonna be back on the couch.
Yes, we are.
And we're back. We're here. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I had a productive week last week while we were out, and can't complain. Things are smooth.
I was fairly consistent in the gym this week.
Good.
I did. I've noticed change. First of all, hold on. I was on the phone. I was on the phone with my best friend Abria, and we're talking. And I was like, I'll go to like tighten my belt because it just felt loose. And I was like, oh, I'm down another belt loop size. And then I was like, actually, this is not. I need a new belt. I said, okay.
Now I've reached the end.
Okay. I need to. This is interesting. This is a new feeling. I haven't felt this way in a long time. Like, oh, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's when you can see it.
Yeah.
It'll happen for me when I put on certain clothes and I'm like, that didn't used to fit like that.
Yeah.
So we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, did not go to the gym. And I haven't been to the gym in 2 weeks. Well, actually, I went this past Monday, but my head just wasn't in it. I did one full exercise and ended up leaving. Like, I really felt like I'm so distracted in here, I'm gonna hurt myself. So let me get the hell up out of here because my head just wasn't in it. And then woman things happened and I didn't go. I haven't been for the rest of the week. And I didn't go at all last week because I was sick.
Okay.
So
that is fair.
But I have been still taking my creatine every day. So I'll get back in there Monday.
So I was, play ball on Sunday. Mm-hmm. We won.
Go team.
Yeah.
Go sports.
Go sports. It's wild.
Touchdown.
No.
Not that kind of ball. Goal.
Wrong. Yes, ball. Wrong ball.
Football is life.
Now you're just trolling. It took me a second. I was like, oh, okay.
No, I know sports.
Don't do this, Kid Fury.
I know sports.
Don't do this, Kid Fury. We're not. No. Don't do this.
He's an analyst.
Kid Fury?
Yes. And I'm not an analyst, but
I enjoy his takes. I really do. and he be into he's into MMA. Blood sports. Yeah, and I'm like, I fuck with this. And I feel like he got hands for real.
Yeah.
Like, I listened to that podcast because I was like, oh, I want to be friends with him.
Mm-hmm.
I would be real life friends with Kid Fury because I think he's fucking hilarious.
It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, I once named 20 NFL players. So if that ain't knowing sports, I don't know what is. And they were and one of the rules was they have to all be playing right now.
Y'all can leave in the comments whether or not you think Big Rox knows sports, because I don't have it.
I watched all of Ted Lasso twice. How can I not know everything about soccer?
If you don't, okay, all right, and we're through. We're moving on because what we're not going to do
twice
is be disrespectful to a game that is called The Beautiful Game. It is world renowned as The Beautiful Game, and you just going. I watched Ted Lasso twice. That's crazy. Not even I watched Ted Lasso and Blue Lock. It's an anime. I know you wasn't gonna watch that, but but I watched Ted Lasso. Dos.
And it's supposed to be coming back.
Oh, for real?
For a 4th season. I don't know how I feel.
Are they getting the main character? Is Ted coming back?
Everybody's coming back from what I saw. Like the picture that I saw, everybody was there.
Okay, well maybe I'll finish it then.
I only finished it because of it.
Yeah.
I told you, I put on that last episode, got to crying 10 minutes in, turned it off. Well,
it's like, no, this is not happening.
See y'all next season or whatever. Like whenever in the next season of my life, like y'all might not be coming back for another season, but for the next season of my life, it might be when I have the emotional stability.
Yeah, because
to finish this.
Finishing your favorite shows is hard, bro.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that I watched the only reason I finished
Grace.
Insecure.
Oh.
No, not no one's ever finished with Grace. Grace is not even through to be finished with. They kept going and I gave up because like
Does it still come on?
Yes.
Oh.
And at one point there was the only two original characters from it were Bailey and Weber. Everybody else had either been died or written off.
I don't know any of those people. The only person that I know is
Meredith?
Christina
Yang.
That's the Asian lady.
Yep.
And I know Allison Forbes Montgomery.
Yes.
Because I watched the spinoff.
Yes.
I did watch Practice.
The Practice because
something like that.
Because she was an incredible like we dislike her, but we also love her at the same time.
Okay, so she wasn't liked on Grace.
Well,
like
she
overall.
she was Derek's first wife.
I don't know who the hell Derek is.
Derek is her.
What's his last name?
Shepard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know who he is.
Derek is her ex-husband who she cheated on him with his best friend.
And what's his
Mark.
name? Mark what? Someone with an S?
Sloan.
Yeah, Sloan. Yep, that guy. Yep.
Because Sloan shows up in what's her name?
Mm-hmm.
That's her ex-husband's best friend,
mm-hmm.
who then she continued to sleep with, and then slept with her best friends. She was not a good person, but we loved her for some reason.
Double board certified or something like that.
Double board certified,
which is a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Christina Yang was a doctor. She had her PhD and her MD.
Medical doctor. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've never seen an episode. It seems like something that I will get far too invested in.
It's so dramatic. Every when I tell you, when you watch the first few seasons, it is absolutely so dramatic. Every episode is some shit because they're surgeons. So everything is pretty much life and death. So it's crazy. And they're all children just running around with scalpels and fucking everything. Grey's is
okay. Does the formatting of the show get predictable? Not necessarily what they're doing, but like the format. Because I think we've talked about this before. I don't like it when formats of shows get predictable, like House. I enjoyed House. I thought House was a really good show, but every episode was
the same thing.
Someone comes in with this disease that they don't know about. They think they found a cure. They did not found a cure. They think they found a cure. They did not found a cure. House.
You've never watched Grey's?
I've never seen an episode. And then House figures it out and saves the day. That's every single episode.
Okay. No, Grey's is not like that.
Okay.
You would probably like Grey's.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I feel like it's something that I would get entirely too invested in. I feel like I would love it.
But I feel like, the thing is, I feel like you would love it, and I feel like you would stop watching right as they went to the COVID season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because
that's basically when I've stopped.
I am a completionist. I do not like to start things and not finish them, like TV shows and stuff like that. My own little projects, of course, I start a million, but the difference is when I come up with the idea, I already know I'm not going to finish it. It's not like I already know this is an idea that I am not going to follow through on. I know that when I go into it. Okay. But starting a TV show and you think, okay, you like it, first season, you like it, I can keep watching this. You think you're going to finish it and then don't. But I would probably, if they had a COVID season, I would probably force myself to finish that and then stop watching it after that. But once I started and it's sitting there and I continue watching, I kind of got to finish it.
But you can remove it from your.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But it's hard for me to do that when I'm in. Like I do that. Okay. I think I told you this on the pod. I used to go to anybody else's profile and start a show to see if I like it. If I do, I'll pick it up on my own. If I don't, sucks for you. It's in your continue watching, not mine. But now that you can remove it, I will start one in mine, but I'm only going to remove it 1, maybe 2 episodes in. Anything after that, I'm committed. We're watching this.
I think that you would love Grey's. I just think that as you get to like season like 13, after like season 14.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that to you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not starting anything that has 14 seasons.
I think it has 19 seasons at this point.
Yeah, I'm not starting anything that has 12. I'm too late.
It's like you've missed all the hype for this. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's not true because when I started watching Big Brother and Survivor, they were both.
This is the thing. If we ever go back into shutdown, you should watch Grey's.
Okay. Fair.
It's like you ain't got shit else to be doing, bro.
But I don't have a job.
For your break, if you binged, let me tell you something. If you want to do something that's like not going to be extremely challenging, see how far you can binge Grey's Anatomy just as an experiment during your social media break. And then you just stop once your social media break is over.
So that gives me a week.
Yes. To binge as much Grey's as you can.
It's like that one time when Huey went and just watched nothing but BET.
Yes. And we could talk about it on an episode. Content. Let's go. Because I feel like you're going to have very strong opinions.
And that's the thing.
So
I'm going to want to
to
share them actively, though.
We can talk about it.
Yeah. But that's not active. Like, what if I want to just... I can make a video and just not post it.
You could... Oh, yeah.
I'll consider it. I just started this book.
What book?
I honestly don't remember the name of it. I went to Target and picked up the only 2 books that had a black woman on the cover.
Okay.
Now, one of them, the one that I've started reading, she's not black, she's Puerto Rican, but it's close enough for me. She was the only ethnic person on. So I've started that. I think it's called This Could Be Us or something like that. I like fiction. I don't want to read no damn self-help books or no.
Me neither.
I don't like smut though. I don't want to read my. That's not really where I'm going with it. But it is fiction. Well, I guess. Yeah, sure. Okay, it is fiction, but I don't want to read about sex. That does not appeal to me. I don't want to read about sex or horny people.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to read love stories. I like to read like, but we can't. Like.
So, the book I'm reading right now is supposed to be smut, and they describe it as smut. But ain't nobody fucking yet. Mm-hmm. And it's really started. I'm on the second book. And I hate when authors do that. Yeah. Like you done watered my mouth up for some hash. Mm-hmm. And now you not and now like what are we doing? I'm on book 2. Right. This is great for people who like denial. I don't like when people do that to me. Don't do that to me. Mm-hmm. I didn't consent to that. Right. This is crazy.
And the other book I got is Eve's book. Eve wrote a book and it's called
Shelley.
No, it's called Who's That Girl?
Okay.
Period. I actually saw, like, she's on the cover, but I'm left-brained. Mm-hmm. So I read the words before I looked at the picture because that's the type of person that I am. So I saw Who's That Girl. She's big as day on the cover. Didn't even see her. Just said Who's That Girl, and I said She's That Girl. Oh, this is Eve's book. Like before I could even realize that Eve was on the cover, I started singing She's That Girl.
Let me tell you, marketing gold.
Because you get the girls in on either side of the brain. Because like I said, very left brain. I'm gonna read the words before I look at the pictures every time. That's just who I am. And it clicked for me instantly. This is kind of on topic, kind of off topic, and I might have talked about this on here already. But I was on live yesterday, and I was talking about how I got on HBO one day a few years ago, saw a title that said The Diamond Princess, didn't ask no questions, clicked on it, thought it was about Trina. It was not. It was about COVID. It was about that. There's a cruise ship called the Diamond Princess that all those people got stuck on for like a month or some shit like that. But Trina is the Diamond Princess, and I don't know. I really feel like somebody need to sue somebody because Trina is the Diamond Princess. I just saw Diamond Princess, clicked on it, and it took me. I saw the boat and I was like, does Trina have a residency on this cruise ship? Why the fuck are we talking about this cruise ship? About 10 minutes in and I realized this has nothing to do with Trina. But I'm here now, so I'll go ahead and finish it.
You are such a nigga. Like in ways that I don't even think niggas be nigging. Like you be nigging, bro. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, my brain typically will go to the blackest thing possible. If I hear, I don't know, like, okay, this is a testament to how we're all very black, right? Mm-hmm. When I hear the word hoe, at no point do I ever think of a garden utensil.
Nigga, you ain't lied.
Doesn't even cross my mind.
I don't even see. The thing is, that word is that very like blackism has become so pervasive that white people use it now. Mm-hmm.
At the very least, understand it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I think even white people at this point would think that none of them are thinking about garden tools, especially if you're asking anybody under the age of 40.
Yeah, and then we're in Texas.
Everything is then a hoe.
Everything is a hoe. Hoe is literally the noun.
Bro, that's how I knew I had been here. That's how I knew I was a native Texan now. Because I was saying, I'm tired than a hoe.
I'm tired than a hoe.
I'm hungry than a hoe. Why are hoes so tired and hungry?
But everything, like,
you don't feed your
pass
hoes?
me the hoe. Yeah. Talking about a charger. A hoe is literally a person, place,
like, ayo, we smashed on them hoes. They talking about they went to eat, bro. We smashed on them tacos. Like, we smashed on them tacos.
Yeah, I'll slide by that hoe. Talking about an event.
A party. Like,
function,
what? Why is everything a hoe?
Person, place, thing. Hoe is the noun. And so, yeah, like, but for me, yes, when you mention anything, my brain, if there is whatever the blackest option is, none of the options can be black, but whichever is the closest in proximity to black, it is probably what I'm going to assume you mean off rip.
I thought so. Why the fist? I don't. Okay, all right, you got
Black it. Power. Sorry.
Whoa. Sorry. Why did you say it in that cadence? Because that is not at all the way that niggas say that. Like we don't say that like that.
I don't know. I was thinking about what's his name, Clayton Bigsby from Dave Chappelle. The black white supremacist.
Yo, Chappelle had that show. Awesome television.
Yeah.
It's great television.
Yeah.
3 Daves is one of my favorite skits ever.
I don't remember. I'm sure
that
I've
was the
seen
one
it
where he shows you how he handled different situations in different eras of his life. When he was like, it's like how I dealt with relationship problems. It's like it's showing him at like 19. Baby, why you acting like all I want to do is a zoom and you boom boom? he's like clickety cloud. And then he shows him in like his 20s. He's like, and she gonna tell me I smell like I've been at a titty bar. And then it pans out and shows him talking to a stripper. It's like, so the fuck? What? I was at a goddamn. What? It's like, yo, you went from like such a simp to completely savage to like it's like how he deals with relationship problems in his marriage. And then he goes to like tap his wife. It's like, baby, you up? He rolls over and jerks off. And I'm just like, bro, what is, okay, all right.
Life happens.
Comes at you fast, don't it?
Lickety split.
Lickety cloud.
I'm watching a new show.
Ooh.
You know how I feel about white show. Like I don't know, like as much as I dislike white most of the time, I watch a lot of white shows. That's
because there's so many, there's so much variety.
Right. And I think I've said this before, like every white show that I like would have been better if it was black people.
Okay. Maybe.
With the changes that you have to make it believable that it's black people.
It would have been more entertaining specifically to us.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, for me, like I would have enjoyed it more if it were black people. Love the premises of these shows the way that they are, but like if it were black people, that would just be the cherry on top for me. But the show I'm watching now is called Unreal, and it is about the producers. Well, it's following this TV show called Everlasting, which is basically The Bachelor. And the producers on this show, who you don't really think about what their job is when you see on the TV. You see the credits and it's just like executive producer, producer here, whatever. You don't really think about what their job is, but it's really showing you how it is their job to manipulate the fuck out of these girls to produce, to make things happen. So like this is a show where these girls are coming on here looking for love. This man on here knows that he's not here looking for love. He's had some trouble in the tabloids. He's doing this to up his image. He's not truly looking for love, but all of these girls are madly in love with him. So they're not here playing a game. They understand that it's a competition, but you have the producers in their ear like, well,
this is a scripted TV show?
Yeah, it's not a documentary or anything. It's a scripted show. But like, so there was a lady on there who had been married before, and her husband, she was in an abusive relationship. She doesn't know how many people know that, but they know that. So one of the producers comes up to her, and the lady's like, "I miss my daughter. I'm thinking about leaving." And she's like, "I know it." The bachelor guy, his name's Adam. She's like, "I know it can be hard, after a divorce, but Adam's not gonna hurt you." You're saying that because you know this lady was in an abusive relationship. You're saying exactly what you manipulate every single situation.
So it's no wonder that these women are falling in love with you because
well, no, not him. The producers. The producers are the ones doing this. The producers are the ones coming up to them saying like,
so the dude isn't saying this to them.
The producers, the people behind the scenes are coming up to these girls like, okay, so they have a therapist. Or on the show, it's her job to watch the girls, watch the cameras, see if anything's alarming. And she mentioned that one of the girls had been throwing up a lot. She told one of the producers that. You know what that producer did? She went over and started because she knows that the girl is throwing up to stay skinny. Mm-hmm. It's not. She's not
got an
sick.
eating disorder.
Yes. She told her, well, one of the other girls, she was talking about how your weight's been fluctuating and. I heard her saying this and that, so you might want to, just watch out for her. She went over there and went off on that girl. She's like, I've seen the way you eat. You're barfing too. I know you're throwing up too. That's how you stay so skinny. Like she went over there and went off. She really, their whole thing is to just put a battery in these bitches' backs for whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah, no, I can't get with that.
And now I will say, I only watched it because Netflix told me it was a comedy.
Is it a comedy?
It's not. It's still good.
That's like the second time Netflix has done that to you, bro.
More than that. Yeah, they be getting that wrong. I have laughed at them, not with them. You know what I'm saying? It's not a comedy, but it is still good, and I am enjoying the show.
So I just started No One Wants This. Mm-hmm. It's a story about a girl who does a sex podcast and a rabbi.
She does the rabbi, or she is a rabbi? What do you mean?
There's a rabbi who she is trying to do, and they're trying to not do each other because he's a rabbi and she has a podcast where she routinely talks about the men that she dates, including how she has sex with them. Mm-hmm. And it's very interesting because...
Is the name of the podcast Nobody Wants This as
no.
well? Oh, okay.
I don't think so. But yeah, no, the podcast is called something else. And it's the girl who was on... did you ever watch Veronica Mars?
I've heard of it, but...
The girl from The Good Place.
The main character?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So she's in it, and then the dude who played Seth on The OC, which you didn't watch. But they gonna understand who that is. I feel like someone out there watches TV and they gonna get it.
Yeah, there we have a array.
Yeah.
Variety.
Yeah.
Of listeners.
They gonna catch it. But I watched it. I really, really enjoyed I haven't gotten past the second episode, but from what I've seen in the first episode, there is a scene where the two main characters are interacting with each other. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this is what I look like when I am supremely confident in myself and I am firing on all cylinders. When I'm at the height of my powers, mm-hmm. This is very much me. Yeah, and I was just like, this is astonishing. I didn't realize I could be this charming until I watched somebody else do the shit that I be doing. Uh-huh. And it threw me off guard, and then I got really, really mad at myself that I can't be like that all the time.
Why not?
Because I don't have the ability to do that all the time. I'm also, that's a comfort thing sometimes. Like, right? So if I'm not like for real comfortable with you, you're never gonna. I'm gonna be very like, yeah, what up? Mm-hmm. All right. people just be thinking I don't like them. No, I don't. It's not that I don't like you. I don't know you.
I simply do not know you.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't desire to get to know you. And it's not a I don't like you, or I may not like you if I got to know you. Just like I got a lot going on, and I just don't need
any new friends, any extra people around, any more responsibilities, any more people that I'm obligated to speak to on some type of level. Like I don't.
I got I got just enough friends.
You know, Vet is younger than me, and he has these god sisters who are even younger than him. So these girls are 10 years younger than me, and they love me, of course, because who doesn't? I'm pretty charming. But they always tell him how they want to hang out with me, and like he talks them up. These are his god sisters, have been a part of his life for a very long time. I don't doubt that. The times that I've been around them, they seem like very sweet girls. I am 10 years older than them. I just don't have you're not going to be able to convince me to go out with them. Now, if we happen to be out together and hang out, sure. But me saying yes, let me meet up with you girls that are 10 years younger than me, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, we have to have something like supremely in common as to a reason why, other than like I have a coworker. My coworker is like I'm like 10 years older than her. We would be cool because we have enough in common and we do the same job and we connect enough on that it was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, but y'all met organically. It was like if you did not work together.
Oh no, there would be no reason for us to ever talk.
That's what I'm saying. Like if we're out, if there's a family gathering or something, and then all of us are just outside chopping it up, having a good time, having a conversation, that's fine. But ask Roxanne if she wants to come out with us tonight. No, I'm not coming.
I do not.
And they're great girls, but you're 10 years younger than me.
Yeah, and this is the other thing. I'm not going to when they'd be like, oh, do you want to come to such and such? And there was two of them. There's two like 25-year-olds, 24. Like the conversation with my 24-year-old coworker, like them two. Like I love them so dearly. But no, I'm not going out with you to what's the name place. It is what time is it? No, I'm going to the house.
Yes, Lexi is my youngest friend, and she's 26, and she had me out to the ass crack of dawn.
Absolutely not. I remember when I used to want to do that.
Yeah,
and enjoy it. Like I thought that shit was fun. Yeah.
Get up the next day, go to work.
Next day.
If I have to get up. If I ever went to sleep.
Get up the next day, go do community service. Then come home, snack, nap, go to work, come back, do it again.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I was nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm past that. And I don't even know if that's what they're on. It's just I'm sorry, I'm not going out of my way to make friends with somebody 10 years younger than me. I'm just not. Like if it happens, cool. I would never be like, oh, I won't be your friend because you're too we have so much in common and we have such good conversations, so I don't want to talk to you because you're 10 years. No, it's not that.
It doesn't make any sense.
But I'm not going out of my way to.
But also, it's also when you say 10 years younger, you're what, 33? You're 33, which means they are 23. Which is a very different phase of life than okay. So I am 30. Shit, getting older. I turned 36 this year.
Couple months.
Yeah, coming. So I turned 36 this year. My coworker is now 25. When she was my 23, 24-year-old coworker, the things that she was doing and the things that she was interested in were not things that I was doing or interested in. If I would have met her at 21, the things that she would have been doing first of all, she's probably in college or just graduated from college.
You mean when she was 21?
Yes. She's probably just graduated from college or is about to graduate from college. I have no business being. Where would I have met and been around you for?
Exactly.
There's only like a few intersections where stuff like that happens. One of them for me is where you'll see like younger people, and I've learned, oh yeah, like this is just not my crowd.
Right.
Is poetry. Because poets get younger and younger every year, and it's not like a bad thing. It's great that you get fresh new voices, but also there's things that I'd be like, oh, y'all just do shit slightly different, and maybe I'll just be over here. And also, y'all have different ways of you, and I'm cool. Mm-hmm. I'm good. I still love y'all. I love y'all work too. Y'all, I do. I love y'all work. I love all of that. But even and also, then there be like older poets that are still trying to hang on, and they're doing and saying things that they used to be that used to be okay for them to do and say and I'm like,
times have changed.
Very much so. And I don't want to be caught up in it when this shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. Because I don't know anything's going on. But this is the other thing. I don't know that anything's going on. But if someone comes and tells me that something did happen, I would not be. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It
tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not hard for me to believe. It's just not hard for me to believe. A lot of times. A lot of things about a lot of people. Because you get so surprised. Mm-hmm. Which is... And also, when you hear things, you be like, oh, everybody's fucking human. Because all of it's not even necessarily just bad shit. You just be like, oh, like, okay, I did not know that.
Right.
And everybody is human. And a lot of the shit that we were talking about, like, this is very redeemable. If y'all would just take the steps to do the things and be good, and just like attempt to be good people, a lot of this would be fine.
Yeah.
We could deal with this.
Yeah. But it can't, you have to make it worth it. Mm. There has to be more positivity.
Yes.
Than
and then there are people that are irredeemable.
Good segue. We might as well get into it.
Because we're some time in now. I have seen people making I want to point out one thing that I do think is whack. There's one thing that I think is whack, that I think is really, really stupid, but it has nothing to do with anything to do with, I still think, based on what he has been accused of, I fully believe he did the shit, and I believe he's going down for it, and cool, I'm glad for that. If he did all the things that they said that he did. But the way people are like taking like interviews where they're like, oh, he been telling us the whole time that he was like, I was like, that's not what's happening. I mean, some of the stuff when he's talking about, hey, you trying to party, like that shit is weird. But when he's just talking about like random things and they're piecing it together to go, oh, he actually meant this, I always feel like that shit is whack. It's funny a lot of the time, but it's whack because people don't have media literacy to understand that like this is a joke that people are making and it's not like serious. Because I see people take that shit way too seriously.
I usually think it's whack. But who he is, along with the things that he has been accused of, I don't find it whack in this case only because he seems very sadistic. So doing that shit, playing with that like that, saying these things, knowing we don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds good, but you know what you're talking about, you know what you mean, but you're saying it in a way to where it can be perceived as something else as long as you're not suspicious. Like, we'd had no suspicions before. So he just seems like the type of person to do that. I usually am 100% on board with you, and I think that is whack. He seems like, because we've seen him. Remember, it was a couple of years ago for Halloween. He got into it with the dude who played 2-Bit on Power. You watch Power?
I did.
There was a character called 2-Bit or whatever. They got into it. He was dressed up like the Joker, and he's outside yelling, "Do you know who the fuck I am? Do you know who I am?" And just the way he moves seems like he would absolutely be giving us hints like that, knowing we don't know what's going on. It's like that line from "You're My Little Secret" when she was like, so she said something about I like being in the same room with you and your girlfriend. The fact that she don't know really turns me on. It's like, it gets me off that I can say these things about what the fuck I'm doing and y'all don't know. He gives me that. That's the only reason I don't think it's whack, because I if it came out, like if he had some come to Jesus moment, I'm going to accept my crimes, and he came out and said, yeah, I was doing that, I would not be the least bit surprised, because he gives me that.
That is a very interesting perspective that I had not at all considered. Yeah. And I would like to retract my previous statement. Because when you say that, I go, when I think about the profile of someone who would be who would have done these things. If it is true that he has done these things, and I think about the profile of someone, that absolutely tracks.
Yeah. Like you're
getting
right, off on this.
Because any other person, it's generally not that. They're not doing those things.
I posted a video. I made the video last night before we went out. I posted it this morning, but it's the video where I'm saying I need to take a break from the internet for a little while. And literally, as I was ending the video, I said, bye, y'all. And I was going to say, and I hung up. And I stopped the recording. And then I picked my phone up off the tripod and I looked directly at Vet and I said, if anything happens to me during this break, God forbid, anything happens to me, I never say bye at the end of my videos. I might say, I'm going to call y'all back. I might say, but I never say bye. And so people are going to be like, she knew. She was telling us bye. She knew, like,
no,
she could feel
it. Wasn't, nigga. No, like, that's not what's happening.
That's a reach. You know what I'm saying? That's not. But with Diddy,
yes,
I can absolutely believe that well, this is different. One is kind of like foreseeing and the other is, or like one is foreshadowing. And the other is, it's different. But you could look back through my stuff and say that and it would be a reach. Like, I'm sure you could find anything and it sounds like, and it would be like, oh, she was trying to tell us that she was hurting. She was trying to tell, you could do that, but it would be a reach. But with him, I don't know, that shit seems very like, yeah, he want us to know, like, not he want us to know, but
yeah,
for the people who do know, it's like, yeah, I ain't hiding. I go, watch this. Watch me go out there and say,
bro, these the things that I have heard thus far have been wild, and I ain't even looked up stuff. Just the stuff that is just widely being shown. Yes. Yeah. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I hate that they tried to say that baby oil was lube because that's not lube. That's not even good lube.
No, but now you've heard that it's not even.
It's
baby
not
oil.
lube. It was GHB.
Liquid ecstasy. Yeah, I think what they call it on the streets. It's liquid ecstasy.
Jesus Christ, they're going to put him under the jail. Why do you have that much drugs? Are you selling the drugs?
No, I saw a video of somebody who was at one of the parties. Well, they weren't at the party at the time. They were telling the story about how, like, it was slippery everywhere. They just put the shit out and you use it and now your body's numb. And you're interacting with it. It's a party. If these freak off parties. So here's my theory. I have no inside information. I don't even know what all y'all probably know because I don't be researching it. But from what I have gathered, it seems like everybody knows to an extent what's going to go on at these parties. It's some type of orgy. We know it's going to be freaky as hell, whatever. But they don't know that they're about to be drugged. They probably didn't know that there was unconsensual things happening, stuff like that. So we're here to have a good time. Yeah, pull out the baby oil. Let's make it slippery and slidey. You know what I'm saying? Pull out and the fact that it's in baby oil bottles, get double its time. Cause that's how you know. Oh yeah, go grab that baby oil. We finna turn up, and you know good and goddamn well that's not baby oil in there, but it's in a baby oil bottle, so it's very unsuspicious.
Yeah.
So people are rubbing each other down. People are being like I feel like people knew, somewhat of what to expect, but
no. Drugging people that come to your party is crazy. It's like that lady that she was gonna get prison time because she dosed everybody with weed at her wedding. Yeah. That is a felony.
You cannot do that.
You can't drug people against their will.
You cannot give people drugs that did not ask for drugs. You cannot sneak it to them.
And this is the thing. That's the part of it that, like, people aren't getting when they say, "Oh, like, it's not. What's wrong with being a freak?" It's not the fact that, like, being a freak is not illegal. You can participate in sex parties consensually. Mm-hmm. You can go to all the swingers and do all the things. You can't drug people and have sex with them. You can't deal with I don't know if there's been any under. You can't traffic people.
Which is what, even if
like this is the thing we talk about, like we think about, like, we call people pimps back in, like, we said all that stuff. That's sex trafficking. Mm-hmm. We didn't think about it like that.
Taking them across state lines, county lines. Yeah, for that purpose.
Yes.
Now, okay, here's the thing that I don't like about this case. Mm-hmm. Is right now, Diddy is under fire.
Yep.
And everybody is just looking at every picture of every person he's ever been with. You knew. You had something to do with this. You were involved.
That's super whack too.
Can we deal with one thing at a time. And I know people, we're capable of multitasking. We're an advanced species, but at the same time, we don't know anything about what anybody else knew. Right now, we have the information about Sean.
And if he will have Cody's.
It will come out.
There will be Cody's, bro. Like
it will come out. We don't
gotta
know.
Insinuate anything.
I got on Twitter. I got on Twitter and saw a post of Diddy sitting next to, who is that old lady? Aretha Franklin. They did have on all white. And the caption on it said, "Now auntie."
That lady is not even with us any longer. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
But
have some decorum.
But here's the thing, though.
That was not at all demure.
Do you not understand that predators like this are not preying on everybody?
They are picking and choosing targets.
The only way I can be successful at Diddy is rich and famous. He knows every fucking body. He has been rich and famous for a very long time. The only way I can continue to do the devious things that I want to do is if I have enough relationships with people that are not devious. I have enough, because
I have to be able to blend in with people that are not predators so that I don't look like a predator.
If I am out here preying on every person I meet, no one's gonna come around.
This is why when you look at statistics, a lot of the time what they tell you about sexual assaults is women are not getting sexual assaulted by random strangers.
They're mostly people they know.
These are people that they thought were good humans.
Mm-hmm.
It is not beyond the realm of belief that you can be friends with somebody and have no idea that this person is a fucking creep.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are getting fooled. Now, does this to say everybody is getting fooled?
Absolutely
not. Because in order for him to carry on the type of things that he is doing,
you can't do that
at
by
a
yourself.
Structural level,
you can't do that by yourself.
Yes, he had to have people that knew what was going on and that were also helping.
Yeah.
But there could be people that are unwittingly helping that don't know that they're helping.
Mm-hmm.
And we won't know until everything else comes out. So making all these speculations and doing all these witch hunts to me be like very, very whack.
Especially, it's just so lame when people get to talking about people that they already don't like. You already don't like Jay-Z and Beyonce. You already feel like Illuminati, sold my soul, devil, whatever. Y'all already feel like that. So any picture, any audio, anything that you see with them too. Oh, I knew it. I knew they had something to do with this. I literally saw somebody make a video that was like, because Jay-Z's album was called 444, but that's been their thing.
Yeah.
Because his birthday's on the 4th and her birthday's on the 4th.
Yes.
But then they were tying it into some other thing that always happened on the 4th or something like that. And then they were saying that like all these, like I think Left Eye, Michael Jackson, and somebody else all died on the 25th or something. I'm just like,
yo,
oh my God, go touch some fucking grass. I was on live. Somebody came in and said, "Oh, how do you feel about the Diddy situation?" That is a rich, freaky nigga. I don't have nothing to do with that. Of course, when you're dealing with celebrity and you're dealing with people who you've been watching for a long time, you have a level of like interest because wow, right under our noses, we've been listening to this person. We've been, all this was happening. You had no idea. So it's a bit intriguing. Think pieces. Putting together, trying to be the detective on the case. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I hope justice is served, and I'm going to move on because I am no further invested than that. Partially because with what I do for work and how much I am exposed to other people's trauma, I don't consistently wish to ingest other people's trauma in my regular life when I do not have to.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit is like, I don't want to, and there be certain times where little one is like watching certain things and I'm like, hey, yo, turn that off.
Yeah.
Or don't watch that around me. And I am concerned that you are watching this so much because it's going to have negative way. It's whatever you put in you eventually comes out.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I'm taking a break from the internet.
Yeah.
From social media. I mentioned it, but I'm taking. It'll probably be about a week. According to Vet, I do still have access to my backup pages. It's he literally put it on the paper, like typed this up. There's a chart. But he says on there that I can use, it's frowned upon, but I do have access to my backup pages or whatever. But yeah, I need a break. I need zero internet. I need to give my brain a chance to catch up. I truly do not feel like evolution moved as fast as technology. I do not feel like our brains are equipped with the things that you need to be able to take in all of this information so fast, which is why so many people just become what they see on the internet. Like,
yeah,
a lot of people don't have the ability to take this information in and just leave it and not like you. I have a cousin who every topic, like, cause I be on Twitter, but I don't be posting on Twitter. So Twitter's not something that I talk about often, but I be on there. Every like big topic, big event, big thing that everybody's talking about, every take that she has, I have seen on the internet.
She's just copying and pasting.
Because it is something that it's something that you think you agree with.
Yeah.
But do you? Or is this just coming from a source who you usually agree with?
Or is she simply a product of the American education system, because all we are taught to do is regurgitate information, and you didn't learn to synthesize or any way to think about anything that you're seeing, which is part of the problem that we have right now. Speaking of problems we have right now, do you have any opinions? Because I want to move away from the whole Diddy thing.
We can get about it.
Do you have any opinions on the Cardi thing?
You know how bad you gotta fuck up to have niggas agreeing with the lady when she fucked somebody else while she was pregnant with your baby?
Because I was sitting there and I was like, nah, my nigga, like you cheated on her several times, and all while you were indiscriminate about whether or not she was pregnant or not.
Who the other person was, exes, new bitches. You didn't give a fuck, and you never even attempted to hide it for real.
No,
like to not have a burner. To be DMing bitches from your account. Verifiable page is crazy.
I'm like, bro, I can't be mad at her.
Cardi said something along the lines of, I don't even want to be doing all this on here with you. It might scare the next nigga off. I know that nigga went and ripped. That nigga is sliding down a wall somewhere.
When he said, you won, I won, you my baby mama. I was like, I was talking with Little when I was like, that's such an insidious ass insult. It's like, that's one of them ones that when you deep it is like, you really, really, really tried to be hurtful. Like, cause he's like, no matter how far you get, no matter how big you get, I don't give a fuck how much money these motherfuckers give you, you're always just gonna be my baby mama. He just basically like, yeah, your little career, your little whatever.
That's how you took that?
That's how I took that, but I also know that like that's some shit a nigga say when he's down. like you're down in the fourth and you're trying to hope you hit something.
Yeah, that is very plausible. But that is very plausible. Likely. But that's not where my brain went. When I saw that, my brain just went,
I know.
I don't like you. You don't want to be with me. I want to be with you. Like, I want to cheat. Like, I feel like if Offset has his way, in a perfect world, he would be married to Cardi, come home to Cardi, do whatever the fuck he want to do outside. Yes. So by that, I want to be with you. You don't want to be with me, but you stuck with me for the rest of your life because you had my kid. Sorry. Like, I'm winning here because I want you. I want you a part of my life in some capacity, and you got to do that because we got kids together. Meanwhile,
I also think, but that's the thing, I also think that is insidious.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Because that's the other part of yes. Like, I think that shit is wild. Because
I don't believe that by any measure Offset ever can think you got your little career or that he actually would ever believe that people are only going to look at you as my baby mama. Cardi is entirely too successful for that.
It makes me it also brings to mind that like it's like it makes me think how do I say this? Stuff like this makes me believe it's not as uncommon that men are out here trapping women as we like. It's like you saw that she was. I feel like he got jealous. I think at some point he got jealous of her career because he was, and this is no shade to the Migos. I think the Migos are an incredible group. I think that he has an incredible career. I also go, yeah, she bigger than you, dog.
Absolutely.
It's not even close, and you haven't learned how to like play the background because I don't think you like her for real. Like we never have to have this conversation about ASAP. ASAP chilling, carrying the babies, doing the thing. He happy to be a father. He at home, and Rihanna is happy.
Well, okay. What I have heard, and I don't know if this is just, I think I've heard this from Cardi, so I don't know how reliable it is considering rose-colored glasses and all, but I have heard that he's an active father to all his kids.
Oh, you talking about Offset?
Yes, to all of them.
Yes.
Like that he, and Cardi would make sure of it too, but like that they would go, with the comparison to ASAP, I only brought that up to only compare how he treat his woman, not the kids, because I don't know for a fact that Offset is not pushing the carriages. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking about the way that we see him. The way we perceive. Yeah. Yes. And that does just go to that is a testament to. Yes. That's a testament to the shit that you're doing in public, because you can be. I have heard that you are a good father. I have heard that. Like, I've heard that you are an active father. Nobody gives a fuck because of all the time. Like because there was a thread. You do this, girl. There was a thread of here's a thread of the times that Offset has cheated on Cardi, and she wrapped it up by saying, "I missed a lot." But here you go, a full thread of all the documented times that you have put this girl in terrible situations, and you mad because she went and fucked on another nigga, pregnant or not? Guess what? She would not be doing this had you not been fucking her over for so long. This is the one time she can go out and fuck on somebody and not have to worry about getting pregnant. Well, it's extremely rare. It can happen. When I saw a TikTok about that shit, and I said, same. What the fuck is going on? Just take it out. Just take the whole fucking thing out. Hell no. I pushed so hard having them kids. I was trying to push my fucking uterus out. That ain't even how that work. That the baby is out. You can stop pushing. The baby's here. No, the uterus is still in there. Take the rest of it. The uterus is still in there. That's crazy. The fallopian tubes are still there. Everything got to fucking go. I'm still pushing. Finna shit on myself in this bed because I'm still pushing after the baby and the placenta is out. I don't give a fuck. Is the uterus still in there? Then I'm still pushing. That's crazy. You fucked up when it's men on the internet saying, "Nah, I can't even." Nah, big dog, you absolutely wrong. You gotta hold this one. How bad I haven't gone out or sought out, and I don't listen to neither of their podcasts regularly anymore. So if Joe Budden and Charlamagne be like, "Nah, big dog, you're absolutely wrong." I don't listen to Joe Budden, but I do listen to Brilliant Idiots every now and then. I see Charlamagne agreeing with this. With what? With Cardi. Yes. Like I don't. That would not be like well, Charlamagne agrees, so no. Because this is something that. No, but I'm saying it's so obvious that even them two got it right. If Andrew agrees, nigga. Because once we talked about him last episode, so we don't have to go too far into it. But one of the like. He be making jokes. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I personally choose to believe that the stuff that he says very seriously, as though he's not joking, is still a joke. It's just his style of comedy. So he will come on the podcast and say, there is not a woman alive who can beat me at a sport. He does, but Andrew also says that he believes he can do heart surgery. Now, I don't think that he actually believes that. I think that it's a bit. Right. So if you can get Andrew, who makes jokes like that with a straight face, there is not a woman who could beat me at any sport. Who says shit like that with a straight face. If you can get Andrew to agree that Cardi is right in this situation, that's my litmus test. That's my Well,
and because Andrew be trying to be wrong on purpose just so he can have content. Like, he's trying to be controversial.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe that he believes the things that he says, which usually in most cases makes me dislike a person even more. Like, I don't truly believe that Kanye West believed all that shit that he was talking about Trump. I don't believe that he believed that. But the fact that you're out here saying that shit and I don't think that you believe it makes it worse for me.
I don't know whether or not he believed it or not. I just believed he was incredibly manic, and I don't take people who are incredibly manic seriously because it's you, but like there's so much going on that you're unable to regulate anything that's happening. Yeah. And we can talk about it once you like are now able to regulate again, and I'm still gonna hold you accountable for all of them negative things that you did. But like, I don't think all of that is you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't take too much of the mental health into it, which you need to, but it.
Oh yeah, when Kanye first popped up on that shit, I was like, oh, this nigga's manic, and then I started like looking back at past. I was like, oh, he's been wilding for a while.
It just, I didn't believe that he believed those things. I felt like this is always coming out around the time you finna drop something, some clothes, some shoes.
It felt like music. A rollout.
Yeah, and so, but doing that against your people, and it's different. It's different if you actually feel like that. Still bad.
Yes.
But not feeling like that,
and just
using it to like let me make these niggas mad. What? That makes it worse for me personally.
I'm not with it at all, actually.
Yeah. Did we have a docket?
We did.
Okay.
Was there anything else we had to say about the Cardi thing?
There's not nothing else I need to say. Like, and did.
Yeah, I was like, wow. You did bring up Andrew, which made me think about shit. I haven't seen nearly as many think pieces. I did go to their YouTube page, and it looked like they had lost maybe like some followers, but not so significant. They were like 1,000,000.94. They went into 1,000,000.93.
Oh,
but that could be a trick of numbers. So many people. Yeah. I don't know if that means anything. I did think about what I keep going back to the are they redeemable thing, and randomly on my timeline today, it popped up with one of my mutuals who is a woman that said something atrocious about black men, and I was like, this was redeemable. Like, I
back from this.
I was when she said it, I was like, I understand how she got to the point where she said this thing that I think is awful and horrible, and I don't think anybody should say. But like, you apologized, you changed your behavior moving forward. Okay.
Here's a bit of information that I heard about shits and gigs that turned me. It just turned me off a bit.
Okay.
Was they did post an apology video, but they posted it on their backup page, not their main page. Don't like that.
So
the apology video. Now I don't know if things have changed, but I found this out after the last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
So
did they post something on their main page?
So I want to give context to that, and I understand why. I believe the next time they were recording, after like everything had gone crazy, was they were filming their reactions, which is a different page than their main page. They have two channels. They have a Reacts channel and they have a main channel. So on the Reacts channel, that was the next place that they were recording. They addressed it there.
Did they then address it again?
I don't know. I haven't watched an episode.
Here's my thing.
Since all the stuff.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, like, this is a big thing that is affecting your career right now. The girls are mad.
Yes.
Go the fuck off the schedule and post something.
Okay.
It don't need to be on the podcast, because the vast majority, like 98% of the people who follow you on YouTube follow you on TikTok.
So they did,
but not the other way around. So for your TikTok page,
I thought that they posted it on their main page on TikTok.
I could be misinformed, but I believe they posted it on their backup page on TikTok. I could be misinformed, but if that is the case,
okay,
a TikTok, sit down,
So now that is something very different. I thought that I saw the apology was they were in their studio for reacts, but I saw it on social media. I didn't see it on the react. Like I haven't watched anything since everything happened. But yeah, I saw it on social media. I saw it on TikTok. I thought it was. I didn't pay attention to what page it was.
Right.
I thought it was their main page.
I'm not sure, but I believe that they were saying that they posted the video on their backup page on TikTok.
Oh.
And that is an issue for me.
Yeah.
But I don't have a dog in this fight. Never watched the podcast anyway. And I wish I had said this before all of this happened, but they're not my fave duo. I think they're great. I never skip a video.
Yes.
But Philly and
Chunks are hilarious. They are also,
and they be having old girl on there too.
They're also more problematic, but it's still hilarious.
Yeah, okay. But see, I see Shits and Gigs more on my personal timelines than I do Philly and Chunks.
Shits and Gigs is more marketable to like all of us. Philly and Chunks are hilarious, but they also feel more like way younger. Yeah. I feel like they have a younger audience.
Also, I'm not gonna lie. There's this white couple duo, and I think their show is called The Basement Yard or The Backyard or some shit like that. It's two white guys. They look Italian. They talk. I won't say look Italian because I don't know how. I don't. That feels weird to say. But they sound Italian.
Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about.
They are hilarious to me. Like I don't watch the podcast, but I'm also never skipping a video.
I've seen a few clips, and those two, Shits and Gigs and them, did a collab because they are basically like
the same, but a black and a white version.
Bro, I heard so many takes about the whole Shits and Gigs thing, and it like from so many different angles. One of them, which I considered but didn't really consider, was the fact that these are English people, and so things are different in England than they are here, which is very, very true, especially as it relates to interracial dating.
I recently saw a video of a black girl saying, when I lived in the UK, I dated white men because that's who wanted me. The black men did not want me. So for y'all to come here and say it ain't no bad bitches in Atlanta, Georgia, it makes sense. Because was it Seattle? It was one of them white states that they was like, yeah, it's they're there.
Also, so I had questions about that. I was like, where did you go in Atlanta? How long were you there? Where did you go?
I really don't think that it matters.
Okay. For context, I've been to Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta a couple different times. The first time I went there, all of the like I didn't see no like guy. I did, but they weren't from Atlanta. They were like visiting. They were there for the same reason that I was there. And like I was like, damn, they bad. But like as far as like I went out and saw a whole bunch. I didn't see a whole bunch of like people in Atlanta, like Atlanta natives, and I was like, damn. The next time I went to Atlanta, when I was like out and about, I was like, oh god damn.
Yeah.
They out here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just feel like Atlanta is one of those places that you can throw a rock and hit a bad bitch. At just about, not everywhere, but if you are here and you are going to be partying, you are going to come across some bad bitches. It's just
so I think we think that because we live in Houston, and like that's true of Houston.
I feel like Houston is more diverse than Atlanta, which means Atlanta has a higher black population, which would increase those odds. Statistically, I ain't been to Atlanta as an adult, or I haven't been to Atlanta in years. It's been a very long time. But like logically, just thinking about the cities themselves, I feel like Houston is more diverse, so you will see badder bitches. Well, you're gonna see bad bitches here, but they might not all be black bad. Like there's but the Atlanta population is so black.
Yes.
That the odds of seeing a bad bitch that's black, I feel like are higher in Atlanta.
There's also such a diversity of bad black bitches because they come in so many different fonts.
So many different shapes, so many different sizes, so many different colors.
It's so like when people be like, I don't like black women, I go, what kind? What are you?
But you know what? I feel that way about people who say they don't like anything that comes. I have a sister who says she don't like tea. None? Green, sweet, black, jazz, like what? None of them?
Everything is?
They don't taste the same.
I feel the same way about white people. Because there are certain types that I get along with very well. I love them. Oh, too far? No. Oh, you didn't want to cross that bridge?
That is how you feel. I cannot say the same.
You haven't come across like okay. So I
have liked a white person. I mean, there's been more than one, but like whatever archetype that white person was that I liked, there's another one that I don't. Same archetype, but I don't like you.
Okay.
White people have to earn me with their personalities.
So
and I'm usually not willing to try.
Very fair. Let me clean this up because if we get big one day, we don't want no problems. There are certain archetypes or demographics of white people because they have experienced certain things, make it easier for us to get along with when they have certain levels of understandings because they be right there. Like the poor whites, the poor like the poor whites that had to struggle, they be getting it a lot of time, and then they be like, then they say something racist, and now we can't be friends. So my ability to be friends with you is based on who you are as a person and how we interact. But certain archetypes are easier for me to get along with.
You're more open to hearing them out.
Yeah.
Okay. Whereas you damn near got a prior way.
I take rural country white over city liberal white almost any day.
But you're not talking about like trailer park.
Sometimes, yes.
Because that's a hard no for me. Them the motherfuckers that voted for Trump. Them the motherfuckers that just want to be better than black people. They are low. They are at the bottom. They are poor. They are voting directly against their interests because they just want to be better than black people.
And this is where I say it matters about the individual, because the ones that I'm talking about are the ones that were like, yo, I realize that like politics is fucked up and I don't fuck with none of these motherfuckers because ain't none of them doing anything to help me. Those be the white people that I'd be like, oh, we could be cool.
Yeah. Well, the rural white people is who Trump was talking to. That's who elected him. That's who he came. Wasn't nobody speaking for them. He came out and started speaking for them.
I think so. I don't even think Trump in real life. I don't think Trump speaks for rural whites. I think he speaks for racist whites that have been wanting to say a whole bunch of, but I try not to lump. I think everybody has a degree of racism.
But shit show.
Every single person, and when we talk about black people, we say it's prejudice, whatever, cool, because we don't have. Okay, we can get into the minutia of that. I don't want to fucking do it because it's stupid and like it doesn't help the conversation any. It's just a distraction. But everyone has a degree to which they are prejudiced or racist against other people. The degree to what power you have to enact that racism or prejudice is a whole other conversation. But all of us, to a degree, see people a certain way.
Yeah, we all stereotype.
I got so in what's the name about trying to clean it up. I forgot what we were talking about.
And
the ADHD was driving, bro. Yeah. I feel like I was. You know what makes me mad? I feel like I was headed toward a really, really good point.
Okay, wait. Let's backtrack. Okay. No, I don't have it. If you've made it this far, tell us what we're talking about.
Yeah, because I lost it. I really, really lost it. That's crazy. But no, like, so yeah. I think we were talking about, I was separating the type of whites because you were talking about rural whites. Yeah. Like I said, it's an individual thing as to who I am friends with. Because, like, this is the thing. One of my best friends, black girl.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, where the fuck we going with that?
Where could I have been going?
Is a white person. We were just talking about white people.
Oh, I have white people that are close to me in my life.
You said one of my best friends. Yes. You have a white person that you consider one of your best friends?
Yes.
That's a line. Best?
Friend. They worked for that position. And they proved themselves over a number of years. So this is the thing.
White?
Okay. Do you consider, is someone once they're your best friend, even if you're not as close anymore, are they still your best friend? From a certain era? Like
I know what you mean.
Like I have college best friends.
Right.
We're not close anymore because there are things about that relationship that I go, oh yeah, no. But I still at one point you were my best friend. You were one of my best friends. Mm-hmm. I have another friend who our friendship is very, very special to me because we both have ADHD and we can be like, we don't talk. Yeah. And then we randomly call each other like, hey, how you been? And it's like, ain't shit happened. Yeah. So like, and also I know that we probably couldn't be around each other 24/7 because when we talk to each other, we're talking about very specific things that I know I'm not going to want to talk about all the time. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This reminds me of a conversation that I had with Short King once.
Okay.
Where he mentioned that he had a white friend. And I was like, wow, you have so many more white friends than me. And he's like, I have one. I said, well, I have none. And he's like, so the argument became, is one a lot more than none? And for me, 2 is not a lot more than one. But you had to break that threshold. From 0 to 1 is a big step. Now from 1 to 2, that's not a huge step. But the fact that I don't have none, because not having none feels intentional. How do you live in this city?
It's like I only cheated once and I didn't cheat at all. Right.
Exactly. Perfect analogy.
Yeah. I feel you.
It's so much more.
Yes. It's because how did you get there?
Because you went through that door.
Yeah.
Now once you did, like, okay, you cheated on me once, you cheated on me twice.
But also you have to think about my lived experience was I've been around a lot of white people. Like I grew up a lot in England, Pacific Northwest, then England, then in HBCU.
I'm glad I didn't leave because they're not actively your current best. Like you can't be close with me and have a white best friend. It just don't add. Like you can. I ain't gonna tell you that. I ain't gonna say that you can't. But it really don't add up. Like how?
Do you feel the same way when you look at like people that have white romantic partners?
Like, can I be friends with somebody who has a white partner? Mm-hmm. I can be friends with a woman who has a white man as a partner before I could be friends with a black man who has a white woman as a partner.
You don't have to explain that to me because I viscerally understand exactly why you would say that because I've been around cool black dudes that have white partners, and I've been around the exact archetype of what you are talking about that have white partners. And for the most part, when I have been around black women that have white partners, he is either one,
head over heels in love and infatuated with this woman.
He worships the ground she absolutely walks on. Or 2, he is, and I'm not even talking about the ones that are like imitation black.
Yeah, no, not the wizards.
2, he worked so hard. She put this man through so much because she wasn't even trying to go that way for real. Mm-hmm. A good portion of the time. Yeah.
When I said that, I wasn't even talking about my friend. I'm talking about their partner. Like, because I would never be friends with that type of man that you're talking about, that you thought I was talking about, like the ones who like to date white girls, and then when you ask them why, they bring up why they don't date black girls instead of just saying why they do date white girls. Mm-hmm. Those type of men, even if he's not actively in a relationship, I would never be friends with you in the first place. So that's not even a thing. I'm just talking about when I think about the partners, I could tolerate being around this white man because in general, until he proves me otherwise, I'm assuming that he worships the ground that you walk on, or he like, for black women, I feel like I think this is it. It takes a whole lot more to get a black woman to go and date a white man than it does to get a black man to date outside their race. In my personal experience, you will see way more black men dating outside their race than black women dating outside their race, typically. And for me, the reason, like, because of that, I'm trusting that you have vetted this person a little bit more.
Okay. I understand why you say that.
Mm-hmm. That is my experience, what I see.
I understand exactly why you say that. I think my algorithm is slightly different, and so I don't see that nearly as much. I'm not saying that you don't see. I'm saying I don't come to that conclusion based on the data that I'm intaking.
Mm-hmm. You think it's about equal or the other way around?
Yeah, I think it's, again, my experience is different because I've lived a different life. And so I've seen a lot of black women have, like, me be directly interested in them and them choosing. Sorry, I thought little one was behind me. Like, you sneaking up on me? She be plotting on me sometimes, bro. Got to keep your head on a swivel.
You've seen way more.
I've seen a lot of like, I've had like black girls that I was directly interested in, like, be like, nah, I date
here.
No, this was
of course not.
I date, but also,
but I think that goes back to I've gotten used to dealing with this because the black men here either don't want me or when they do, they treat me bad.
I'd be interested. I would be interested in black girls, and they would not be interested in me. They already had boyfriends. So a lot of the time, white boys.
Yeah, but
that's also.
I feel like that's like that. That just goes more into my point of it being when black women do, it's not because, like, I know way more black women who are like, I don't date outside my race. But I know a lot of black men who say I prefer to date black women, but I'm not against dating or sleeping with somebody else.
What I'm also realizing is this is a very like American conversation.
Yes, because I ain't never lived nowhere else.
So because I lived in England, I'm around a lot of times a lot of like immigrants. Mm-hmm. So like Jamaican, Trinidadian, African, and a lot of them. So we view it as like they would either date. They don't want me because I am Black American, and there's a whole bunch of stereotypes about Black American, and so they don't want me, and so they're more likely to date each other, and more likely to pick a white person over me. So who I ended up dating I was lazy and I dated whoever was in my proximity, and I fuck with who fuck with me.
Yeah.
And so when white girls over there fucked with me, that's who I dated. When black girls over there fucked with me, that's who I dated. And I don't have negative things to say about either one of the groups.
I think that you just said is my point. I think the threshold is different. I think it is like, I think you can get to, let's say you move to England today.
Yes.
You move back to England today, for whatever reason, you and little one, you're there. Y'all have a ethically non-monogamous, so that's, that doesn't matter here. You go there. I think you try to date black women. And if it's not working, you might give it a few shots. You're okay with opening up those options. I think black women in the same situation are going to try for longer before they say, I'm willing to date somebody else. They will get there.
Okay. Based on that being your premise, I would absolutely agree.
Yeah. So to get back to what we was originally talking about, when a black woman brings a white man around, I feel he is a bit more vetted. They can still be terrible. They can still be trash. It's not saying that every white man who dates black women is perfect by any means. Nothing like that. But I feel like they are a bit more vetted than the black guy who is just, well, shit, she fine. Okay. And then we get along. So I like her. She like me. We just gonna do that. Where I feel like black women don't do, like, it's like, okay, I've tried with you niggas for years and years and years, and I just keep getting done dirty. So now I'm open to trying something else. Okay.
I have no problem agreeing with anything they're saying. Uh-huh. I think a lot of it is factual. Do you think that some of that could be based on what you're seeing in your algorithm? Not
necessarily in my algorithm, because I'm gonna be honest, I do not see a lot of interracial shit in my real life. Like yes, that's why I preface it with, this is my experience, my bubble, and what I see. Yeah. Okay. Not so much my algorithm, which makes it an even smaller sample size because I'm basing it based on my real life. But I do not see a whole lot of interracial relationships on my timelines, and when I do, it is usually a black man who is obsessed with his wife, a white man who is obsessed with his black wife.
I've seen it both ways, but yeah, I'm more so speaking to there are things that I see differently just because I'm a man and I'm biased towards seeing things this way because of the way that I've been socialized. Yeah, and I'm wondering if you think that part of the way that you see this is because I've been socialized to see this way.
Yeah, quite possibly. It's all coming from experience. It's all coming from the things that I see. None of it has anything to do with me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm like, as we have these conversations, sometimes I'd be like, I wonder where that came from or like how we got. And so I'd be like, ask.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite possible. I can't say for sure because how would I know? But it is. I'm not saying that it's not. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to that. It could very well be just. Well, no, I can't say. I'm confident that it's just that it's coming from my experiences, my bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too much outside of that. From what the people that I see, like the people that I know and the people that they know. Mm-hmm. That's how it is. I don't know. I don't personally have any black female friends who actively date outside their race. I do have one who will date anybody. Not anybody, but she's more like, if it's there, it's there. I'm not gonna say no because they're white or not black.
Another one of my best friends is, and this is a current best friend, she is black and she's Asian.
Okay.
And so her dating pool, very different. The only person, but I have never seen her date a white man. I've seen her date all types of Asian and black men. But yeah,
I'm about to say something. I don't think it's that controversial. If I were black and Asian, I don't think I would date black men. I would just be so scared that I'm being fetishized. But it's also, that has a lot to do with me growing up here and the age that I am. Blasian was a thing. Niggas was like feral. I would just feel like I was being fetishized. Even no matter what they did. Like no matter how much they tried to prove otherwise that it was genuine love and interest, I would just feel like I was being fetishized.
So I think this is going to sound wild, but to some degree, everybody's being fetishized. And what are you being fetishized for would be my question. Mm-hmm. Because I also have that same, whenever I dated outside of my race, I was always worried that like I am being, but like, what is the intention? What parts of me are you fetishizing? What is happening and how do I feel about that? And had to unpack a lot of shit, which is also one of the reasons why I don't date outside my race anymore, or I don't do that nearly as much anymore because I don't have a desire to want to unpack all that shit.
Right.
Like to be in an interracial relationship takes way more effort and way more work than I want to have to do.
Yeah. Outside
of the work that I already do on myself and outside of the work that I would have to do to just be in this relationship because we are two different people that have two completely different backgrounds as black people that I now have to contend with, and you teach me how to love you and me teach you how to love me and be considerate.
I gotta add why I'm in here crying after watching the news because I gotta explain to you. No, there are things I don't want to have to explain.
Exactly.
Like I don't want our base to be at the bottom. Like we both need to be able to come home after some shit didn't happen. We both didn't see the news, and we need to be able to skip ahead. You know how you skip the intro? Yep. We need to be able to skip intro and get straight into it. And I don't want to have to explain to you why this is bothering me. I don't want to have to explain to you the microaggressions that happen to me while I'm at work and why they're wrong. I don't want to have to explain to you certain things. And even more so than that, I want you to have gone through them as well. Not that I want you to, you know what I'm saying? Not that I'm wishing bad or miserable situations on you, but I don't want it to just be like, oh, well, I love you and I empathize and no, I want you to be like, I hate it when that shit happens to me too, because it's a thing. It's a thing that we both share.
Yes,
that is important to me. That I don't have to explain it, and that as humans, we tend to, as soon as somebody starts talking about a situation, our mental Rolodex starts going to find something relatable so that we can understand. Like, this something like this has happened to me. I don't want you to not have nothing, because you ain't never had nobody comment on your hair at work. And even talking to a man, like I dated a guy, I've dated someone before, we were casually dating or whatever, and he called me on his lunch break and he was like, I'm having a bad day at work because I rode to work with my do-rag on, took it off in my car before I went in, but one of my coworkers was passing by my car. When I got inside, they mentioned something about my do-rag.
Bro, shut the fuck up about my do. What is there to mention about my do-rag? Shut your bitch ass up. See, this is why.
But it's like, when I'm as somebody who wears a different wig to work every fucking day. When I was working, like, I kept them white people on their toes. But it's important to me that my partner can relate to that in some type of capacity versus a white man. Because let me tell you something. If I say something, one of them motherfuckers at my job says something about the wig and you chuckle and say something like, oh, well, you do be switching them up. I like it. I love the fact that you can be a different person every day. Bitch, you ain't dating none of us no more.
That was not your moment, sir.
You're not dating any of us anymore.
This is the thing. I feel like this is my first black girlfriend mistake. Not I'm seasoned and I've realized this. I've done this a few times now and I know. But
see, that's the part that's another thing that makes it so scary to me about dating.
How many of us have you dated?
Because if I'm the first, you don't know what the fuck you're doing here. Absolutely not. But if you've dated 18,
like, yo, you dated Jamal too? God damn, like
if you've dated this many, it's like, first of all, why they not working out?
Are you collecting us?
Second of all, because I knew if I dated 18 niggas in a row and it didn't work out, I probably would stop dating niggas. I don't know.
You haven't yet.
But my relationships be working out. I'll be the problem. I'll be the one leaving. So that don't really count. I can't be like, oh, I'm off black men. Nah, I'll be the ones to choosing to stop. Not because they did nothing wrong, just because I'm a nigga. I'll be wanting to shake and bake. I'll be wanting to move around. But if I had 18 failed relationships with black niggas, I might consider open to that. That's a higher threshold. I feel like it might not. Back to what I was talking about before. I feel like if my number is 18, the average nigga number is 4. I don't know. Before they're like, I'm open.
More like 2. It's like, hey, this one fucked up.
These
and then I tried her
hoes out here.
She messed up. He tried her best friend, and that didn't work out. And he said, you know what?
Fuck all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've dated 18 black girls and now here I am, number 19, where are they? Are they in your basement? Are they in his backyard? Where are they right now today? I need call them.
I was just thinking this. Sorry, my brain does things and it jumped to a thing, which is our Saturday episodes are so interesting. When we're filming on a Saturday, mostly because we haven't seen each other for like a week, and
it's
so
the
now
first one because we usually do 2 relatively close together.
Yeah.
Because since I have my kids every other week, we don't record it all for that week, so we'll do 2 during the week when I don't. That first one, that weekend one,
oh my God,
we always it's Saturday or Sunday. We always do one on the weekend and then one during the week. That weekend one,
we be talking like we haven't even for real touched the docket, and I found entertaining shit this week.
Well, we'll need it. We'll need it for Wednesday.
We surely will,
or the next time we record.
Because also, I have a feeling the internet's not going to give us a whole bunch more content because
and I'm
it's
not going to be on there at all, so I won't have anything. Like you might, if you're on there, you're probably going to have to explain things to me as though I am 5 because I am not. Anything that comes up between yesterday and next time we record.
Oh, sorry. You said there's one thing I wanted to go back to that you said. So we've been talking about race a lot this episode, but fuck it, we're here now.
I'm gonna put it in the title somehow.
Not
a race war.
People are gonna be so concerned. That's such a clickbaity title. Oh my God!
It's just us in here cackling,
just chuckling.
No mention of a race war outside of me saying it just now.
Yo, white people are gonna clip this up and gonna go racy with it.
Fuck. Niggas know how I am. Hey, y'all can put that shit on me. RJ cares a little bit more. He has white friends.
I have a job that I have to go to. That's the main. I got to be able to pay my bills, bro. Because as of yet, this is not paying them. Now, if and when this does start to pay them, we could. Hey, I'll put so much shit behind the paywall.
Remind me to talk to you about that when we get off here. I got to tell you something about.
Okay, but we was talking about okay. You mentioned how you bought 2 books. They both had black characters on the title. There's a thing that has been happening. I read a book called Fourth Wing. People are arguing about.
I saw that in Target.
It's a good book. I liked it.
Is it fiction?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's dragons. There's also
I'm
sex.
not interested. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
Okay.
Yeah. Vet might like it though. Low key, because it has like a military. But anyway, the male lead, they're like, oh, they have this thing of it's a smut book. They be trying to make this. They'll describe to somebody as tall, dark, and handsome, or describe them as having skin that is not white. And I want y'all to realize something, because I've seen white people arguing about why is the fan art of a white man. Look. I understand, Karen. You trying to be like, you want to be inclusive about like whatever. But when Negroes are reading these books, we have already imagined these characters to be whatever the fuck. We have taken the basic outline of whoever the fuck author, because we know that this is a white author, and you didn't really write this with me in mind.
Right.
I'm not gonna hold that too much against you. Cool, it's whatever the fuck. I have already imagined a black girl as the main character of this. So when you describe it, I'm just imagining black versions of this. And when you say, oh, her eyes are this is a black girl.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Cause I don't care.
Which is the beauty in
I grew up in the 90s when like we had black representation, but only in spaces that were just us. I don't expect that.
Yeah.
From white people.
Right.
So I am conditioned to already put a black person in that. You didn't have to tell me.
And to be quite honest,
you fuck it up when you do it.
I want it, right.
You fuck it up when you do it, so just don't.
Even if you don't, I'm judging it way harsher, because who are you? What gives you, I'm judging it way hard.
I'm gonna give you an example of how they do, like, this is a character that they wrote as black in a series that I at this point I finished just because I had been reading it for so long. This motherfucker was 9 books. It's called Zodiac Academy. They have a character in there. Oh, what's his name? Fucking he's the only black, like, he's the only black character that you know is explicitly black, apart from like a couple of other like tertiary characters. And he's supposed to be one of the heirs to the celestial fucking council, this big fucking deal, one of the most powerful fucking fae in his like kingdom and shit. And he is a bastard son. He's literally a siren, and the siren's powers are that like they can like manipulate people's. They made him an emotional support Negro. And he dates a white girl. This is why I be like, yo, you don't have to write black characters. Sometimes you write a character that's black, that's not even really black, but they're black enough, they're black coded enough that we just be like, we've adopted that character now. When y'all try to write these black characters without having the context of blackness, and you try to do it intentionally, you fuck it up because you don't know what you're doing. Just stop. You could just not. A lot of the time, and we would be fine. And this is not because authors, you I get it, but all these like people that are trying to come out on our behalf and be like, oh, give the, like, we don't give a fuck. We've been doing this our entire lives. Leave us alone. This is not even, and this is the thing. I have not seen not nary a black person get on the internet and have this conversation because we don't care. We joke about it amongst each other, like how we say Hermione Granger is black, because we don't care what J.K. Rowling read. We know nigga when we see nigga.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went on a rant.
No, it's cool.
You want to tell us about sports?
What do you want to know?
What you guys tell?
They're happening right now.
Are they? What's happening right now?
Football season is among us. The Jaguar versus the Texans is a thing that happened.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Rival and Kid Fury. We'll take over. Sports shorts.
I love it when he used to say, it's called sport shorts, not sport longs.
Oh.
I don't I mean, I know as much about sports as the average.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to play like, oh my gosh, was that a touchdown on the basketball field? Like,
which is why it throws me, because I know that you know just enough, so I'd be like, it'd be throwing me off.
Yeah, my ex-husband used to randomly just be like, give me 10 basketball players right now. I could always do basketball because I enjoy basketball more than I enjoy football, but them football players, It's hard because they have helmets on.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't pay that much attention to football. I'm in a fantasy league. I picked randomly. I also just let the computer tell me who is the best. Mm-hmm. It has them ranked for me. I'm picking. I don't know these. Like, I don't pay attention to football like that. Yeah. It's also like, I'm a basketball nigga. I grew up hooping, so I pay way more attention even casually to basketball. Mm-hmm. I barely pay attention to football. Are my Cowboys winning? Cool. Are we not winning? No. That's pretty much expected. Like, we're mediocre as shit. Like,
yeah, football is just very boring to me. I could watch a basketball game. I cannot watch a whole football game. I can watch football highlights. And I love to see, oh my gosh, I saw the cutest video. They mic'd up a 6-year-old. And he was out there on the field doing them niggas dirty. He tackled one kid, fell to the ground, stepped over him like Allen Iverson did. Damn, I can't think of that man name. He a coach now. But stepped over him. Like, he talking about, but look at the scoreboard. Talk to me when you winning, buddy. 6 years old. I love to see, like, who be running with the ball? Like, who
running backs.
I like to see them. The same way, like, when I watch basketball, I like to watch point guards because I like handles. I think that is impressive and it is intriguing to me.
I saw some 6-year-old stiff arm, like, 4 people on his way to a touchdown. He was, he was dribbling these boys.
Come on, Heisman. I love that.
It's crazy. What a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, I watched the show Little Tykes, I think is what it was called. It was AAU football for children or whatever. It was a show on Netflix. And one of the most memorable parts of that, they were at some type of tournament or something. They were out of town. They were staying in a hotel, and they're children, so like under 10, and or maybe around 10. And they were playing in the hotel, like they were supposed to be in their room. They weren't. They were running around. They got in trouble the next day, and one of the coaches said to them, "And that's how it starts. You start off running around the hotel. Next thing you know, you get pulled over with a kilo of coke in the back." Wait, that is not a direct path. Something happened in between.
That's true. But he just said that's how it starts. He didn't say how he was going to get to your destination. He just said this is the starting line. And he's not wrong. And
that's the next thing you know. No, not the next thing I know.
There were several things in between there.
I had to have known several things in between there. There had to have been several breaking moments. You don't go from that to that with nothing in between.
Fair.
Now, you're right. He didn't mention the pit stops along the way, just that we ended up here. But that is what I say that all the time now. Like, all right, that's how it starts. First thing you know, you skipping leg day at the gym. Next thing you know, you're getting pulled over with a kilo. It's always still getting pulled over, no matter what we're talking about.
So this is the thing. I have ADHD and I make up stories in my head. So it is very easy for me to get from you skipped leg day to you got pulled over with a kilo of coke in a pack. Because in my brain,
you got 6 degrees of separation to coke at all times.
Because nigga, like, you didn't do leg day. It starts with a lack of discipline. that's how it all begins.
And then you got hemmed up somewhere you ain't supposed to be. Didn't have the strength or the cardio to get the fuck out of there.
Now
they caught you. Now they didn't traffic you. Now you're selling drugs.
Look at you.
Whole time you got pulled over. You and the coke was products. And that's how you got pulled over with coke in the car.
And this is why you don't skip leg day. That's that shit right there. I'm trying to tell you.
It's 6 degrees of separation to coke at all times. No matter what, I can get you there. I can get from whatever situation you're in right now, I can get you to coke in 6 steps.
Sorry. I'm remembering. Have you ever seen somebody do coke at a wedding?
No,
I have.
I have never seen anybody do coke in real life.
Oh, sorry.
I do not live like that.
Sorry, I talked to one of my friends who informed me because I've never done coke, and she was like, we were talking about it. She goes, "Yo, a line of coke is a lot of fucking coke. No one does a line of coke."
Oh, that's only on TV.
That's only on TV, and that's to exaggerate how much coke people are actually doing. Mm-hmm. People are doing bumps of coke.
Yeah.
Like barely a fingernail of coke. A line of coke is crazy.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know. Yeah, I talk like that all the time. I be telling Vet, I love to get on the internet and pretend like I do drugs. I don't. I smoke a little weed. That's literally it. Oh, I did buy some mushroom chocolates. But they ain't work.
Okay. This is going to be, actually, we're going to save it because it's about race, so we can pick it up next episode.
Where are we? I can't see that because of the light.
Oh, we've been on here for a while. Oh, nigga, we was that's why I said these Saturday episodes, we just be going, nigga.
And because of the setup in here, the ring light is right here. Yeah. And I can't see the time at all. I thought it was finna say like an hour and 10 minutes. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. I done stretched out, got comfortable. Yeah. Ain't looking at the clock. We back, baby.
She's back on the couch. Y'all complained about this goddamn couch. Now she's back on it.
We're back. Well, I think that's about it. I didn't know we had been here for that long. I know that y'all are probably enjoying that, but I did not know we had been here for that long.
Excuse me. I hope that was not like directly in the.
I couldn't even hear it, so probably not. Have anything else?
Hold on, let me look at this docket because I'm trying to see what all did we cover. So we can get rid of that. We're gonna keep that. I talked about the book talk thing. I have that.
There's a book talk section in Target. Like that's what it says.
Does it really?
Yeah, like you know how they have like young adult romance novels, bestsellers, book talk, hashtag book talk on one of the.
Okay, yeah. I don't like when corporations get in on the joke.
I wish they didn't call it that. As seen on TikTok or something. Book talk is pushing it. But I do like the fact that, if you've seen a book on TikTok and now you want to try it, it's probably here in this section. I do like that that's there in one place for people, but I don't like the fact that they call it their book talk.
I don't like when capitalism tries to get involved in the fun. Like just you're already fucking us. Like don't
kente cloth napkins that they put out every Juneteenth.
I punched in your fucking
Stop fucking playing with me.
Like we don't believe you, bro.
You know how I feel about Juneteenth as it is, and how it don't need to be a national holiday. Because national holidays, everybody got to be off. They need to be at work.
We was taking it off anyway.
They need to be at work. Or we just celebrate on the weekend. Fucking it's cool. Like they need to be at work. And then the racist people who be like, well, what about 4th of July? 4th of July is not for white people, nigga. I am an American, unfortunately. Like, it is American independence. It's not white people independence.
And although I would not have been considered independent at its inception.
At the time. But we are not celebrating. This country no longer belonged to them.
A lot of time, this is the thing. When Negroes are celebrating the country, we're not celebrating what it is. We're celebrating what we wish it was. Or what we would like it to be and how far we have come. And no, you don't get to be happy about that because it benefited you the whole time.
Right. Shit, I just be happy for a day off. Like, we outside. That's okay. We off today. 4th of July, we off. I don't really know what the hell is going on, but we off. What is Arbor Day? I don't know. Do we get it off?
For sure.
That's all that matter.
For shit show. All right, friend. I ain't got nothing else. Well, I do got other things that we're going to add to this. What's the name? Because I had we're going to think about it for next time because I want you to have an answer to this. Would you rather have, and we're going to have y'all answer this in the comments too. If you answer this in the comments and we'll talk about it next episode. Would you rather have a where my hug at son or a he know where home at daughter? Don't answer right now. We'll be back next week and we're going to talk about it the way you just froze. I have been RJ the Friendly Neighborhood Dom, and this is
Disgusted,
aka
Big Rocks,
not the little one.
Never the little one.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers, home of you, the best coworkers in the world. Thank y'all for being here another week. And hopefully you come back next week to see us. We're grateful to have y'all in this new place. We're probably going to try out some new setups and stuff. But yeah, see y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.